pursue the students. See what they're going to do.
Alexander, turn it.
So, what you say now? Very good. Foramen lacerum. What occurs in it in life? Some nerves, some vessels. What occurs in it in life?
I think you got it there, Demi.
Right?
What occurs in it?
Fibers.
Nothing occurs in it. But fibrocartilage. It's filled with what? Fibrocartilage. It's not a real foramen per se in that way. It's filled up by fibrocartilage. Filled by what? Fibrocartilage. And it is known as the what? Foramen lacerum. Okay? Wait. This one here.
Okay.
I don't use a big pin. If you use a big pin, then you occlude the whole thing. So, we'll just look at it. And this question is for Ibrahim. So just relax. There.
So hold on, sir. So I'm not seeing anything. Alright. I'll have to
Be careful, you want to sabotage.
I'll have to look this up first.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think we'll go through that. Remember that one there? Let me say, big something for me serving.
I don't think so. Let me see.
It's big fun in the serving.
I think it's in the survey.
So Ibrahim, take it.
Alright. You can do it for anytime until you want.
Tentative?
A couple more than we're finished. We'll do some what goes through here?
Are you the devil?
So we're asking what nerve passes through there.
So, sir, I'm not seeing anything.
Is the same?
The same thing?
See Kevin? Kevin, you see?
From, I don't know what's the brand.
Oh, that's a different old glass.
Sir, I'm not seeing anything. Oh, wait. Sir, I think. Sir, right there. No, sir. Yeah. That's good.
Hot. Zygomatico-temporal.
I told you that. Give me my props. Say thanks, Demi.
Very good. So outside here, look outside here. Watch here.
Yeah, no
put a
problem.
pinch. You could put a pin outside here. Put a pin outside here. And that is zygomatico-facial. So the zygomatic nerve divides into a zygomatico-temporal and a zygomatico-facial. Now there's a man by the name of G. Mitchell.
Yes, sir.
G. Mitchell, what's the significance of the zygomatico-temporal?
Gives parasympathetic to the lacrimal gland.
Very good. It sends a communicating branch to the lacrimal nerve. So the zygomatico-temporal nerve transmits post-ganglionic parasympathetic fibers from the pterygopalatine ganglion to the lacrimal gland for lacrimation. Okay? Careful. So it gives a communicating branch. Okay? Very good. Alright, one or two more then we're finished. This one is for a man named C. Jagon.
K.
Oh, you thought it was, well, you don't learn now, then you'll never learn. It's a dead story now.
That's it, bro.
Wait. Hold on, let's get a red pen because it's very important.
That's the video on.
I never actually seen it.
Okay.
Video on.
Here's something.
I'm kidding, actually, I don't know.
What's up in there? That's a good question.
Sorry.
That's a good question.
So, hold on. Get it. Alright, yeah.
What is happening behind here?
That's video. Part of the original is by the palette.
So it says pterygoid canal for the Vidian nerve. The what? Pterygoid canal for the Vidian nerve. That's the pterygoid canal for the Vidian nerve. And in one skull, the other half. Where's that other half of that skull? The other half. Where's the other half?
Is that what you done?
So if you look at that other half there, you can actually see the nerve. Well, the nerve is wired. See, watch here. So just watch that little brown wire. And if you see here, that's the what? Greater or superficial petrosal. And if you turn it right over there, you look in there, Jonathan, if you zoom it up, you can see it right going through the what? Pterygoid.
Or the wire.
Yep, see there?
Pterygoid canal.
BB. You can pass it over. Last one. These are just some simple things. Alright? Very, very simple things. But they always come. Very, very simple. And the question is very, very simple. Nothing hard. And this one is quickly, the question is to Miss...
Rana.
No, Miss Prasad. Miss Prasad. The pointer passes through a slit. What's the name of this slit? The pointer is passing through a slit. What's the name of the slit? And this one is to Miss Prasad. The pterygomaxillary fissure. What goes through the pterygomaxillary fissure? This exam is head and neck. Maxillary artery. What artery? Maxillary artery. What nerves come through the pterygomaxillary fissure? Mike? No. What nerves come through the pterygomaxillary fissure?
Posterior, superior.
Ori. Very good. Posterior, superior alveolar nerves. Those are today molars, back molars, alright? The what? Posterior, superior alveolar nerves. And the slit is known as what? Pterygomaxillary fissure. Very good. Excellent. So just one or two very, very simple ones. Okay? So we just do one or two very, very simple ones. Well, in the last 4 or 5 neuroanatomy exams, there was a little blue thread in here. But somebody seemed to have taken out the blue thread. Alright, so, and it was always there. But you can always see, you can now put a pin back in there.
Alright.
Very good.
1 second.
Wait. 1 second, Jonathan. Give a minute. That pin. 0.
Oh. Sorry. Yeah. So I have it, sir.
Alright, so the question is for somebody named. Is it Demi?
No.
It's Demi?
No, it's not Demi. It's Demi.
So you haven't asked Deandra anything?
What?
You don't ask Deandra anything already?
I haven't seen.
Deandra, no. Deandra, we need that.
Deidre.
Danger.
Sorry, I just like I know. Okay. To get close to me.
So that opening
That
is
sounds like
in
the best
between the
answer
what?
ever.
Okay. Let's put it on this side.
Or alien environmental, obviously.
Okay.
Okay, what was that? I couldn't even see.
So there. One sec. I'm coming down. That opening is a little opening between the carotid canal and the jugular foramen. A little small foramen between the carotid canal and the jugular foramen. Straight hand. Alright? And that is known as the tympanic canaliculus. And the nerve that passes through there is a nerve known as Jacobson's nerve, or the tympanic branch of the glossopharyngeal. The tympanic branch of the glossopharyngeal. What's the functional significance of that nerve? Main functional significance. It is a secretomotor innervation to the largest salivary gland, the parotid. Very good. So it conveys
Parasympathetic.
preganglionic parasympathetic fibers en route to where?
Otic ganglion.
The otic ganglion, and then through auricular temporal nerve to the parotid. So the main function, if you're asking the main function and in its sub-functions, it's secretomotor to the parotid gland. And there's a small opening in between the external opening of the carotid canal and the jugular foramen. Just for fun. What's your name, Anya?
Priya.
Priya. Oh, Priya. What goes through the jugular foramen? Yes. No, my wife's best friend, and her name is Priya. Perfect. Yes. What goes through the jugular foramen? Go ahead. Okay, so 9, 10, and 11. The internal jugular vein. What else? Inferior petrosal sinus. So they can ask you what sinus passes through there. So what goes through the jugular foramen? 9, 10, look at it. 9, 10, and 11. Together with what? Take it out. 9, 10, and 11. Internal jugular vein and the inferior petrosal sinus. Inferior petrosal sinus connects what? Cavernous to the bulb of the internal jugular vein. Contains what? Cavernous to the bulb of the internal. So we've done enough scope. Let's move on.
And that next there?
Let us down. No, just some breathe. And then head it. Always there. Always there. Always there. Always there. So let me get it. And the question is for who?
Leandra.
No, Rashika. Rashika, this one is for you. Very good. So Rashika, there you see it. Take it out, take it out. Yeah, put it back in. Justine, what foramen is that? Take it out. Next door neighbor to foramen of Ali. Foramen what? Spinosum. The foramen what? Spinosum. So, let me ask Justine, being she has answered to her. Second part of the question. What does foramen spinosum have to do with pterion? What does foramen spinosum have to do with pterion? What does foramen spinosum have to do with pterion?
Brittany really wants to.
No man, no. Take it up, just hold it, just relax. What does foramen spinosum have to do with pterion?
Say the middle meningeal artery.
So the
Divide
middle
that up like
meningeal artery gives us anterior branch, and the anterior branch travels deep to the pterion. Right? And the middle meningeal artery, I think this is a branch of who?
This is a nice one.
Axillary. And then gives off a what? Gives off an anterior branch which travels deep to the pterion. And trauma to the skull of the pterion and the dominant hemisphere may give rise to a subdural or epidural hematoma, which may then give rise to a Broca's motor aphasia. Right? That has come in the last 6 or 7 neural exams. Alright? So, this point here, look, that point here is known as the what? Pterion. It's an H-shaped thing. And pterion has leads to it the what? Anterior branch of the middle meningeal artery. And we may get a subdural or epidural hematoma. Okay? That will be on the dominant hemisphere causing problems. Alright? Last one. Okay? Because I said skull.
No, it's good.
This question is for one person and one person alone. And that question is for a man named K. Jagon. So he's not C. Jagon, he's K. Jagon. And the question says, before the nerve emerges through the foramen, it gives rise to a branch. What's the name of that branch? Just before emerging.
Anterior alveolar.
Hot. Anterior superior alveolar. Very good. And then it will divide into, very good. Then it will divide into what? Andrew? Very good. Then it will divide into a labial branch, palpebral branch, and a nasal branch. Isn't that so? So that's the infraorbital cortex. Let's do some brain now. Alright, let's start off. Come. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get to it. Alright. Okay. So. Alright. So this pin, these two pins are placed in a very important structure. So.
Bring it back. No, it takes me to put these really close to these things. This is very annoying.
I'm gonna be annoyed with whoever shapes
You put them both in individually. I need to make sure I'm in first.
Yeah.
So the pins.
Bring it back around.
Pins are in. Let's give it the other tree. So the pins are in. Wait. Pins are in. Pins are in. You can see Andrew. Come and look at it close. Come. Very good. See it? Alright. The best thing for that is white round. White round before you do it. Is that alright?
Not for Andrew, sir.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god, you're racist.
It's true. It's true. So you can't tell Andrew to drink white rum, sir? So that might not end well for Andrew.
Like what?
It might not end well for Andrew, sir.
Not end well, so that could end.
The genetics, yeah.
So Shani, keep Shani.
Yeah.
So Shani, what is it meaning?
I kind of late.
What's it meaning?
50% or cash.
Yeah. You know, I see you Putting
Shani,
your
what's
hand
it meaning?
Well, I think putting your finger
Sword drugs. Sword drugs.
This one? That's the superior cerebellum peduncle. Alright? Alright. No, Shani. So if that were to be damaged, like a lesion to both of them, so they have in the exam they've asked it before, a lesion to both these two structures would result in what? So who's that a list of things?
A bad day.
So a lesion to both these structures would result in what? Well, it will result in a whole heap of things. So it's really going to knock out,
The entire cerebellum.
knocks out basically the paliocerebellum and the neocerebellum. Isn't that so? So to knock out the paliocerebellum and the neocerebellum. Why? Because the paliocerebellar outflow goes through the superior cerebellar peduncle. Remember, there are two inflows to the paliocerebellum. One is through the superior and the other is through the inferior. But all the outflow goes through the superior, and all the outflow of the neocerebellum goes through the superior. Alright? So you would have a long list of things, okay? So the thing that you're really not going to affect is balance. Okay? So you would not affect balance. Okay? But you'd get dyssynergia. What's the term, Rashika?
Dyssynergia.
Yes, because the cerebellum is for synergy of movement. So we would get dyssynergia, right? And a lot of other things, pass pointing, lots of things, dysarthria, nystagmus, lots of other things, dysdiadochokinesia. You get
Are you getting nystagmus on?
intentional
Let's
not
do the
nystagmus.
Yeah, you wouldn't get nystagmus.
No, not nystagmus. No.
But you get the
Very
surface of
good.
gate.
All sorts of things, alright? But the one thing that would be more intact is you wouldn't be falling down. Alright? You wouldn't have what sort of walk, Rashika? Drunken man's walk. Very good. Alright? So that's the superior cerebellar peduncle. Okay? Question is to a lady by the name of Shani. Shani, what afferents go through the superior cerebellar peduncle? Afferents. They can't hear. The anterior spinocerebellar. Anterior spinocerebellar. Okay? Alright, so we must all know about the what? Superior cerebellar peduncle. Mr. Prasad, you've seen it clearly? Priya, you've seen it clearly? Very good. Alright. We have a lot of these, alright? So we can pass them around. There are a lot of these. Ready? And this one shows it beautifully. Alright, it really could not be any better. So this one is really very, very, very nice. Okay? It's crystal clear. Alright, so this has, and this is the inferior cerebellar peduncle. Okay? So it could not be better in this one. Alright? Let me pass it around. Just clear off this for me. Please. Alright? Let me just one of these have it better like. Alright, that has it. You look how many times it's been placed in the exam. See all them holes? Look at that. See there? So it's been placed, and look what it's been placed a lot. All of this, the olive. Look how many times this olive has been set in the exam. You can actually tell the number of times by the number of holes. Very good. Very good, yes. So the olive.
Yes,
Alright, but the inferior cerebellar peduncle, we all know. You can pass it around. But let's talk a little about the olive. Alright, so the exam is just a couple of days away. Isn't that so? And that is the olive. Alright, so the question is to.
Adri.
No. Shan, what's the name of the lady behind you again?
Shanika.
Shanika, what does the olive contain? What's the olive involved with? movements, isn't that?
Learn.
Right? Like learn movements. Very good, I just heard that. Learn movements, okay? So, the olive contains what? The inferior olivary nucleus. What's the main afferent to it? There are a number of afferents, but give me like say some afferents to it. Who is it really under the control of? Under the what? The control of. Who is controlling it? The red nucleus. The red nucleus. And who controls the red nucleus? The paleocerebellum. Okay? So we find the input to the red nucleus is a what? Interposed rubral tract. Isn't that so? Interposed rubral. And then the red nucleus now forms a tract known as the rubro-olivary. Okay? The rubro-olivary. But the olive is also under control of the indirect control by the cortex, because they are cortico-rubral fibers, and then now we get rubro-olivary. And then also under control of the basal ganglia, they are palido-olivary fibers. Palido-olivary fibers, okay? And then basically one major output, and that is olivocerebellum. Olivocerebellum, okay? So it's very important involved with learn movements. But under the main control of who? The red nucleus. And the red nucleus is receiving its main control from what? From the interposed nuclei, which are controlling things like posture, muscle tone, reflexes. Alright?
Jessica.
Gait, yes. Alright. So what is that structure now? Look how, that's the what? Olive. Alright, that's the olive. Okay? Alright. Now, let's look at this here. So the question is to a little lady by the name of Priya. Very good. Priya, on one side the structure is resting on the pin, on the other side the pin is going right through it. So we don't want to call out the name. On one side, right? So Andrew, look hard. So might you think you should really take the white wrong? Clear up everything by Friday? So this is once again clear. What's this?
Yeah. I guess so.
Very good. Again, it's the superior cerebellar peduncle. So this one is called meditation. That's the superior cerebellar peduncle. Okay? Yep.
Sir.
Take it. Just alcohol. No. So lots of brain
Wait, we need glasses for this.
Wow, it's big. Jonathan?
Sir.
It could not be bigger. This one I remember has it really, really big.
So
Look how big. No. You see? Look how big it is.
Yeah.
Look there. Look how big that is, man. That's massive.
So I can't see it on the camera. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see it now.
Cannot be bigger. You got it? Or not?
I got it.
So this one is very big. This one is a man by the name of Andrew.
Is it between the grasa like you have the opex thing? What is it? It's just the middle part?
The opex, the inferior aspect of the rhamnoid fossa.
Oh,
Just ignore.
Inferior limit.
thanks. You the ball.
See that? You see how big it is? All right, give it to Andrew now. Andrew, take it.
I would cry.
Take it. So Andrew, what is that you know? Andrew, what you see? The what? No man, look hard. No. I can't hear.
You said it.
The gracile tubercle, very good. Alright, that's the what? Gracile tubercle. Hold on. The man was saying some facial thing. So you have to get the gracile watch at the lower end of this diamond shaped thing. It's called the lower end is marked by a point known as the what? Obex. So let's get a red pin. So the red pin is in the what? Obex. So the lower limit of the fourth ventricle is the floor of the fourth ventricle is the obex. And the gold pin is below the level of the fourth ventricle. So that's the upper end of the spinal cord there. Alright? You can't confuse. Facial colliculus is way up, further up, much further up. This facial colliculus, which is the green pin. Alright, let's find it. There. See, Jonathan, you see it?
Yes, sir.
There. So that right there is, and see it was asked in the exam before, look at that. So that is the green pin, look Andrew, look, come. The green pin is in the what? Facial colliculus. Take it. Before you take it, hold on.
Let's get it.
So the green pin is in the facial colliculus. The purple pin is at a point called the obex. Right? Where you find that is called area postrema.
Yes,
Right?
Oh, we
So you
can't
find the what?
green.
Area postrema. The green one we see is in the what? Facial colliculus. So you must know this. Wait a while. Give a chance. 1 second, I just want to show you another thing so we kill a couple birds with one stone. Because this is showing it beautiful. Alright? So this has a very large what? Coming off at the side. Yes? Coming off at the side is this big structure. There. And that is see, it's like a plane taking off. Look, like the wings of a plane there. Alright? And that is the middle cerebellar peduncle. Also you can pass it around because it shows many things. It shows the middle cerebellar peduncle prominent, the facial colliculus, the obex, so the area postrema, and you can actually see. Look here how good this is, Jonathan. You can actually see the fasciculus cuneatus and the fasciculus gracilis. And you can take the gracilis up by itself and put a pin under the gracilis. Very good. So that's a pin right, and you can see the pin is under the fasciculus gracilis. See it there? And you can see the fasciculus gracilis ending in the gracile tubercle. You can pick up the fasciculus gracilis. Wow. This seems to come and go quick. No one
Say something inappropriate.
Oh, that's good.
So take it, send it behind. You want that tree? Yes. It doesn't matter, just send it. Look at it, better you look at it like that. Just alcohol.
That really says me again. Tell me, oh, you're not supposed to wear that. According to the world.
Where's it? Alright.
Oh, yeah.
So this question is for a man by the name of J. Mitchell. And already he has answered the answer.
Let me tell.
Already, and it's been asked so many times in the exam.
Am I still supposed to answer?
He asked many times.
Just in case you didn't know.
And this has everything to do with Jessica. Well, Jessica uses this a lot. Jessica uses this a lot. No, it has nothing to do with the limbic system, Jessica. What's the problem? Andrew, you saw that thing? Where's the thing with the facial follicles? You saw it? And you saw the track going up? Where is it? Where's the specimen? You saw that? No man, where's the one with the pins?
See there.
Look at it.
So cute.
So the pin is under the fasciculus gracilis. You can see where it ends in the gracile tubercle. You see the facial colliculus, you see the obex. You see the middle cerebellum of the donkey.
And this one now.
Oh no, this one is for a man by the name of J. Mitchell, and we said that.
Jessica used
In
that.
Jessica Yap, it is highly developed.
Lateral lemniscus.
The lateral lemniscus. Lateral lemniscus is a part of the what, Jessica?
Auditory.
Auditory pathway. Very good. Going from where to where?
From the superior oliver nucleus
Yes. To the
to the
see where it's ending?
MGB.
No, see where it's ending? Oh, right here. Hold it.
Oh, to the inferior colliculus.
It's in the inferior colliculus.
Integral?
No, as I see, goes
I
from
have
the
integrity.
lateral lemniscus is from the
But what is the word for it?
superior auditory nucleus to the inferior colliculus. And from there is inferior brachium to MGB. Alright, now this one is for one man alone. And immediately he has the answer. I know he has the answer already. And that man is J. Mitchell. No.
J. Mitchell.
Sir.
Oh, it's there. Bring it over now. Bring it over.
J. Mitchell has the answer already.
Yeah, turn it now.
Come on.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
Of course he does.
I cannot
know he has.
see.
Also well developed in Jessica. Very cool. Very what? Well developed.
But it's really the brains behind the man. Just overshadowed. Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
LC.
It is what?
Locus ceruleus.
Locus ceruleus. Center for adrenaline and noradrenaline.
Norepinephrine.
Part of the
Leandro, this structure projects to which parts of the brain?
Oh jeez.
the what? What does it do? Yeah, it goes to all.
Answer all. What? All. Which one? All parts.
The first thing that you have put just because. I just put it because it's not kind of logic.
This one is very well developed. As it just passing the brain to you, I saw the thing and said, my gosh, look how massive it is here. But we show locus ceruleus, but this one has, as I was passing from mine, I said, man, look how well developed this is right here. And one man again knows it. And that man is J. Mitchell.
Light fuzz again.
Wait. And then now there's another structure that J. Mitchell knows. And it's right here. There.
Alright, hold on, let me get on the camera, sir.
Tree.
Sorry.
Yeah, I sent this to the brain scan specimen with all the things around here.
Alright, sir, for the camera, sir, for the camera.
TKG.
I didn't even see what
Very good.
J. Mitchell. God damn it.
Corey, that was on the camera, you know.
Looks
Yeah. Hold on, no man, I have to see it through now.
like a little vagina. kind of.
Oh my god.
Alright,
That's not what your
yeah.
vagina looks like.
That's what
It has a little. It looks like the one from the. You know that Neuroanatomy where it's just spread.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So am I supposed to answer that?
So funny when my friends call
Yes,
me
waiting
when
on
I'm
you.
doing these
I
things.
hate it.
Sit here again.
Like they see me coming and everything.
So let's wait. This one has it far better. This one has it what? Far better. This one's
Kind of
This one has it far better. Sorry.
I'm gonna spit on you, Jonathan.
That's the same thing, yeah.
But you said it has it better. You should
Alright,
look
sorry,
at it.
yeah. For the class, sir, for the class.
Wait.
Oh. Alright, yeah. Yeah, I got it. I got it. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Andrew, what's this structure now? Pass it over to him. Rana, pass it.
Or you just don't hang around. Like he's under the. Oh. I'm just not sure about this one. Well, maybe I was thinking habanero.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, what do you think? That's a close. That's happening if I saw it there. Depends on what
So-
you see there. If I saw it, on the line. Yeah.
Two very straightforward ones. Two very straightforward ones. But we must know. And this question is for somebody by the name of Rashika.
We did get asked that last time.
This question is for who? Rashika.
Same secret.
Why are you talking like this?
Where's the other friends?
Question is for Rashika.
There was
The green pin is in the cerebellar tonsil. The cerebellar tonsil. Very good. Right tonsil herniation. And the red pin is in the what? Flocculus. The little cotton ball known as the what? Flocculus. Rano, what's the function of the flocculus? Very good. Yes. What's the function? Balance. Remember, the midline cerebellum, the flocculus and the nodule is for what? Balance. Right, so that's the floccular nodular lobe together with the...
Sorry about that answer.
Very good. Question is still a very simple one. Very simple. Or let me go with this one. Let's move on with the here.
Sorry, my tired us up for each other.
Yes, we get in there. I need another green stem. Where's some of the green stems?
I don't care what you do. I think if you give me like trying to love that. I love
Okay. Here. Watch. There. Question is for Andrew, you got that last question now? Habenular nucleus. The one there? Habenular nucleus. Alright. Now this question is for a lady by the name of S. Duncan. Charlie, this one is for you.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the middle.
Hold on. Andrew?
I think that's an ambiguous position. I think that's an ambiguous. Is it the medial 1/3 or the middle 3/6 that they were doing a while ago?
He always added 30 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Charlie,
Yeah.
Shani, what tracks are located there? I can't hear. Waving what tracks? And that's in the middle three fifths of the crus cerebri. So that is the what? So that's the what? Corticospinal and cortico-bulbar. No,